Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about chargeback, right? So what is a chargeback and what it does actually? And the chargeback is a component or maybe a factor of cloud cost management, right? So how chargeback is going to allow or align the budgets and spends, right? And how we can differentiate the costs which were spent and allocated to the different resources to the different projects or teams and individuals, whoever is going to work on the different projects, right, within the organization. So this is the best practice, or maybe this is a practice of FinOps when we employ or when we follow the best practices as well as FinOps framework across the organizations to drill down and make sure we are spending or maybe we are following the FinOps practices in order to save the cost, in order to make sure we are aligning the budgets that we have put in place for all those spends or maybe innovation or experimentations and different use cases, right? So I'll talk about what is FinOps, not FinOps specifically, but what is a chargeback specifically, which is a cloud cost management uh, factor or maybe a framework we can call it as, and then how we can uh, or I'll go through the examples as well, right? So what is a chargeback? Chargeback is something which is kind of a process where one entity or departments within the organization is charged or is built or built by the finance department or the FinOps practitioners for the services or the resources used by any specific department or maybe entity, right? And this practice is commonly used in the cost allocations and budgeting across the organizations to better track and manage the expenses across the different business units, different teams, different individuals, and different organizations altogether. So this is the all about chargeback, right? And how chargeback is going to help us or help the organizations to make sure align the cost, align the budgets, and then make sure we are only spending the respective amount that was allocated to them, and that can be utilized till the end of the year or maybe till the end of the quarter or end of the half year or any use cases. It could be a specific project, it could be any specific task or whatever it is, right? So it is going to help us or help organizations to divide their expenses and can get the accurately visibility and ensure the entity is only held accountable for their spends and resource utilization and consumption. So this approach simplifies budgeting and then reducing the need of additional costs, and then it helps to track the data and verifications of that whole process, right? It also can be used to track and get the transaction or financial transaction details, and then we can leverage and utilize the types of resources that a specific requirement was fulfilled for that respective department, a teams or a project or maybe individual POC project, right? So whenever there is a decision to buy or maybe bring on something new for innovation, testing, experimentation. So there's a call out or saying that every engineering decision is a buying decision for the organizations, because as soon as they are going to bring something, or maybe they are trying to build something in house, that they need to buy something like maybe a cloud solution, maybe cloud systems and cloud products and services that they wanted to use, and then that is the decision to buy something out and they have to spend some money, right? So yeah, that is the main goal or motto here, right? So now I'm going to give you an example of this is how this is going to be maybe calculated and how we can charge back to the respective team, department, and organization within the organization, right? So let's say, or let's consider a scenario where there is a product or service that we have built within the organization, and that product service is being used by any specific team or department like marketing or sales, and that product is shared across the different teams, and how we are going to calculate the cost of that cloud servers or cloud hosting, or maybe the services that we have built across, and those are being shared services, and those are being used by different teams, right? And now it is it is on us how we are going to calculate the shared cost of different teams. Let's say for marketing, then sales, and maybe uh, finance department, and maybe operations department. And those are the different operations or departments which are really working with customers and all those stuff. So definitely the products that we have built in-house, it needs something to be working on those, right? Like a cloud-based system or something like that. And now it is something for us to allocate particular cost basis on the usage of those servers, those systems. And definitely basis on that, we can calculate the cost for a specific department. And let's say marketing department has a 30% of total usage out of 100%, and remaining 70% was used by sales and other teams, maybe operations and other. So we can calculate the cost basis on the usage of each department. So that is going to be a charge back for them. And we would be charging 30% of cost to that respective department, and remaining 70% would be finance and sales and maybe operations. So this way we can allocate that, or maybe charge them back and saying that, okay, so this was the cost that was incurred when you have used this specific system, right? And upon that, we get the visibility to show back them, right? And basis on that, we will charge them. And that is going to give us the visibility, and then we can track down their costs and foster the greater financial transparency, accountability within the organization. And this is going to be a really great way for chargebacks in the financial operations, and then business can optimize resources utilization, and that can be aligned with the actual resource consumptions and enhancing the overall financial management. At the same time, it is going to improve on decision making process for the organizations. So organizations could be finance department or sales and marketing and any other decision making organization, maybe on the leadership roles. It is going to be easy for them to make decisions, and they can allocate budgets. They can uh, maybe host a budget for next year or for next quarter or next months, and then that budget can be allocated and used and appropriately can be managed. So yeah, that's all for this video. I wanted to talk about and give you insights on this, how chargeback works, what is the chargeback, and how it is going to help the organizations, and how it can also allocate the costs and budgets, right? So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Keep watching other videos as well, and please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for now. Bye.